Have you ever wondered, what if I told you that some of the greatest scientific discoveries in history were never planned? What if I told you that life-saving medicines, powerful technologies, and everyday tools were not created through perfect planning, but through simple mistakes? Not through flawless experiments, not through genius plans, but through accidents. Today we are exploring real scientific discoveries that happened by mistake, and how those mistakes changed the world forever. And by the end of this video, I want you to think differently about failure. Let's begin. In 1928, a scientist named Alexander Fleming returned to his laboratory after a short break. While checking his experiments, he noticed something strange. One of his petri dishes had been contaminated with mold. For most scientists, this would have meant failure, a ruined experiment, something to throw away immediately. But Fleming noticed something unusual. Around the mold, all the bacteria were gone. This raised an important question. Why were the bacteria dying near this mold? Instead of throwing the dish away, Fleming studied it carefully. He discovered that the mold was producing a substance that could kill harmful bacteria. That accidental observation led to the discovery of penicillin, the world's first antibiotic. Before penicillin, even small infections could be deadly. Simple cuts, minor surgeries, and childbirth often caused death. Because of this mistake, millions of lives were saved. Modern medicine was born, all because someone chose not to ignore an accident. Now think about this. What if Fleming had cleaned his lab properly that day? What if he had thrown the dish away without looking twice? The world would be very different. But this was not the only time science moved forward by accident. In 1895, a physicist named Wilhelm Röntgen was working late in his laboratory. While experimenting with cathode rays, he noticed something strange. A screen across the room began to glow. This made no sense. The rays should not have reached that far. Instead of ignoring it, Röntgen investigated further. He placed his wife's hand in front of the rays. When the image appeared, something unbelievable was revealed. The bones inside her hand were visible. For the first time in history, humans could see inside the human body without surgery. X-rays had been discovered. This accidental discovery changed medicine forever. Doctors could now detect broken bones and internal injuries without cutting the body open. Once again, an accident changed the world. But accidents don't only happen in laboratories. During World War II, an engineer named Percy Spencer was working on radar technology. One day, while standing near a radar machine, he noticed something strange. The chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Curious, he experimented. He placed popcorn kernels near the machine. They popped. That moment led to the invention of the microwave oven. Today, millions of people use microwaves every day, all because someone noticed melted chocolate instead of ignoring it. Now let's talk about a discovery that began as failure. Scientists were developing a medicine to treat heart problems. The drug failed to work as expected, but patients reported an unexpected side effect. That failed heart medicine became Viagra. What seemed like failure turned into one of the most famous medicines in the world. This teaches us an important lesson. Failure does not always mean the end. Sometimes it simply means a different direction. Here is a powerful scientific fact. Many major discoveries were never planned. They happened because someone stayed curious and paid attention. Science is not just about formulas. Science is about observation. It is about noticing what others ignore. Now let me ask you something. What if these scientists had been afraid of mistakes? What if they had ignored accidents? How much progress would we have lost? History teaches us something very clear. Mistakes are not the enemy of success. Ignoring them is. And now let me speak to you directly. Maybe something in your life feels like a mistake right now, a failure, a wrong decision. But remember this. Some of the greatest discoveries in history began as accidents. What if your mistake is not the end, but the beginning of something greater? If this video made you think, share your thoughts in the comments and stay connected with Myst. Because here, facts are not just told, they are felt.